What's up, Andrew here, back in Canggu, Bali. Just moved into a new villa this week. We're jumping around, testing out new ones. This one's beautiful. We're just going from like place to place every few days and just testing out which ones we like. And then we're gonna get a place for a month, which is like the longest I've been in one spot for a while. So that's gonna be interesting. But it's a lot of fun just testing out these different places. And they've got a big selection of a lot of amazing villas out here, and they're not that expensive either. It's really cool because when you're like, doing the digital nomad thing, you don't have an apartment at home. There's no like lease you're in, so this is your rent. It's crazy, I love it. But in this video, I want to make this video for you to explain how to actually create money, because a lot of people, and myself included, like I'm making this video for my past self who did not understand how money works, how it's created, because it's not people like, I'm gonna go get that money, as in they're like gonna go out there and like take it from someone. It's like, no man, you create it through this process. And that's what I'm gonna break down in this video. So by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to create money. If it's ever been an issue for you, it won't be anymore. And I know that sounds crazy, but it really won't be when you really internalize this. It's not like you're gonna watch this video and then tomorrow you're gonna be like, oh, I just created $100,000. Well, you could. I mean, if you do it the right way, it's totally possible. But I mean more so like when you really understand this concept, when you understand how money is created and the laws of which, how money works and what's actually going on when transactions happen, you're going to see opportunities to make money everywhere. And it's not going to be this weird mystery, this crazy like mystery on how to actually make money. But before we dive into how to create money, check this out. Just started pouring out of nowhere. Crazy. I don't know if you can see that with the light, but yeah, it's really cool. It's a good pool. Pretty much every villa here has a pool. So you can just and they're all designed really nice. It just looks really sick. And this is the master bedroom over here. I'm using the gimbal again, so it looks a bit weird. But that master bedroom, if you can see that right there, those curtains are drawn, but you can actually just slide open that door and jump straight into the pool, which is awesome. I love it. But yeah, how do you create money, right? A lot of people go through their lives working a normal 9-to-5 job, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't want to make that some horrible thing and say it's the worst thing ever. It's not. For me, it is. But for some people, it's the right move, right? It's what they genuinely enjoy doing. When it becomes a problem is when you feel unfulfilled there, when you feel like you can't create the life you want to create by being in that job. And that's what it was for me. I was going to school to be an engineer, and I just hated it. I hated math and physics. It was just like the path that was laid out for me. So I did it, and I didn't know any other way. I was just told, you go and get a job so that you get money. That's because, that's what my parents do. My parents have normal 9-to-5 jobs. They're college professors, both extremely smart. I love them to death. They're amazing. But in terms of learning entrepreneurship, they had never done that. So, they were just laying out the path that they had done, which a lot of people go through, right? A lot of people's parents say, go to college, go to, get a good job, and then that's how you make money. That's how you become successful. But there are other ways to make money, right? Create money is really the word I want to use there. Not, you can call whatever you want, but it's really creating money. And what I mean by that is you're creating a situation, whenever you're creating money, like how money works. Money is exchanged for value, right? And that probably sounds pretty obvious, right? Like money is exchanged for value, but a lot of people don't actually understand this, including myself. I had no idea, I really didn't understand this. And I'm going to give you a few tools and a few things that you can do on a day-to-day basis to see this everywhere, so you really internalize it, meaning that you really understand it at a deep level. And when you do that, when you actually really do understand this, that's when you're never ever gonna have to worry about money again, or you're never gonna have to, because you might be watching this video like, well, look, money's not really a huge issue for me. It's not like I'm, dead broke or anything, but I'm in a job and I don't know how. I want to leave this job so I can have more freedom, but I just don't know how to, my paycheck is gonna go away. How am I gonna survive? How am I going to, have a source of income? And that's what we're gonna talk about here. So money is a concept. Right? Money is this thing that we have created. If you look at, money's here. If we're looking at the surface level of what money is, it's paper, right? Now we're switching over to digital, right? I barely use cash. I hate using cash. I usually use my card wherever I go, right? So money isn't this thing that everyone thinks it is. When you think money, an image pops in your head, right? Probably like, a $100 bill or whatever. But money can also come in the form of, numbers on a bank account, and it can also come in the form of Bitcoin. How can it be different things? How can it be different forms? How can it change? Because the underlying energy behind money is value. Money is an example, or not an example, a representation of value, right? So if you ever think about like how money was created, I used to think about this all the time. I'm like, where did money come from? Like, how does money work? Why do people use money? I didn't really understand it. And it's so funny because we take it for granted on a day-to-day basis. It's just like so part of our life. It's like, money. We give money to get stuff. But if you look deeper and you understand like what creates money, why money was created, why it exists in the first place, and then the laws behind it, you start to see like, oh, here's how you create it. It's really, really simple. So money was created because, let's say in the olden days, I was in a village, and back then everyone played their part, right? Everyone was just, there were people picking apples, and there were people hunting, and there were people who were building the huts, and there were people who were fishing, and there were people who were doing all these things. So no one was doing all things, because you can't survive like that, right? A civilization can't survive like that. People need to be doing different things because we need different things. So what people would do is they would trade, right? So it's like if I'm picking apples, I'm the guy who has the apples. And if you're, building tents, I'm going to need a tent because I need somewhere to sleep, or a hut or whatever. And you're going to need some apples because you need to eat. So, you come to me or I go to you and it's like, what up, brother? Can you build me a hut? And in exchange, I will give you a whole lot of apples if you can do that, right? There's an exchange going on there, and obviously it's mutually beneficial. It's like, yeah, hell yeah, I need apples. I can build you a hut, no problem. I do this shit all day. I got you. I'm going to build you the sickest hut. And he builds you a hut, or builds me a hut, and I give him a huge bushel of apples, right? Win-win. Exchange of value. What is value? If you don't understand what value is, which is totally fine, because no one ever took the time to explain what value was to me. It's just this word we use. Value is something that is valuable to you. You might be thinking, duh. But think about what that actually means. Value is different for each person, right? What's valuable to me isn't necessarily valuable to you. What's valuable to one person isn't valuable necessarily to someone else, right? So for example, if I'm going snowboarding in Colorado, a winter jacket is going to be very valuable to me. However, a pair of board shorts to go jump in that pool are not going to be very valuable, because in that situation, that's not going to help me very much. So value is something that helps you. Think of it like that. That's the easiest way I can do it. Food is valuable to all humans because all humans need to eat. Food is going to help them survive. It's going to help them fulfill that need, right? This watch is valuable to me because I use it for business. It might not be valuable to anyone else. Someone else might look at that thing and be like, what the hell, why do I want that, right? This TV is valuable to me because I can play my music on there. I can watch, I do a lot of online courses and things, so I can throw the TV on there, or my computer on there. I can watch Netflix on there. I can play Xbox on there, right? It's valuable to me. But that TV might not be valuable to someone who doesn't do that sort of thing, right? So, like someone who's Amish, for example. It's not going to be valuable to them. So value varies from person to person. So let's go back to our olden days example. If I have a bushel of apples and I'm trying to trade with, I come across this guy who's a hunter, right? And he goes out and gets the meat for the village, right? And I want some, almost just tripped, I did just trip over my rug. If I want to get some meat from this hunter, right? If I wanted to do that from this guy, I was like, hey, you have meat. I really want to do that for my family because my family wants some bison or something, whatever it was back then, right? And I was like, I'll trade you some apples. But homeboy hunter doesn't like apples. Apples are not valuable to him, and he's already got food, so there's no mutual beneficial exchange there, right? Mutually beneficial exchange, it doesn't exist because I would be getting more value than him. If I was to give him apples, that doesn't really satisfy him. That's not going to do anything cool for him because he doesn't like apples. And, even though I want the thing that he has, I don't have the thing that he wants. So money was created because it's like, well, hey, you can't help me. I don't want your apples, but I want, I want a new pair of shoes from that guy over there. Can you go and trade some apples for some shoes? And then you can get those shoes, bring them back to me, and then I'll trade you the meat, right? So, it used to work like that. People are trading all the time. And then someone came up with the idea like, well, wait a sec, what if we just have this basic thing that we could all trade value for, so that way I don't have to go and trade with the guy for, the shoes and then come back and do the whole long process and so, right? There's all these things where people wanted to get different value from each other, but they couldn't do this trade. It wasn't sustainable to keep doing this whole trading thing. So that's where money comes in. So basically money is just, it's value, right? It's something that you can exchange for someone else that you can then use to go and get something else, right? I hope this isn't getting confusing, but basically break it down to this. Instead of giving that guy apples for his meat, I can just give him money, which is actually valuable to him because he can use that money to go and get something else, right? So that's how basically money came about, right? Super simple, but no one ever broke it down. When you understand it, you're like, oh, money is just a tool to exchange value. So whenever there's a transaction, right? Whenever someone's buying a product, there's an energetic transaction, right? There's an energetic exchange of value. And depending on where you're at in your journey, that may or may not click. But it's an energetic exchange of value, right? Someone is getting something in return for what they're offering, if that makes sense, right? I'm winning, you're winning. Let's put it like that. For example, we have a program, the Affiliate Accelerator. It teaches people how to build high-ticket affiliate marketing businesses, which if you don't know what high-ticket affiliate marketing is, go through the channel and you can find some videos on it. It's the coolest business model ever. God, this gimbal is so hard to use. You wouldn't think it is, but it's like ridiculous. Now look, I can't even turn it the right way. Oh boy. So, high-ticket affiliate marketing is an amazing business model, especially if you're new in the online business world or you just want a really simple business that's simple to automate and your main goal is just freedom. Because that's what it is. You can do a million different online businesses. High-ticket affiliate marketing is the one that's going to get you to freedom the fastest. And I say that from experience. I tried everything: e-commerce, dropshipping, one-on-one consulting, marketing strategy, all these different things. I have done them all. And I've come full circle actually because I started off in affiliate marketing. I was like, oh, this is cool. Let me go try a million other things. And then I came full circle, came back to this. I was like, by far the best. So we have a program, the Affiliate Accelerator, that basically shortcuts people's success in creating these businesses so that they can be free and go travel to Bali or go do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with your one life. So that is something of value to someone who wants to learn that, to someone who wants true freedom in their life. That's obviously very valuable. And most people would, in the trading society, back in the old days, if I had this program, oops, sorry, got a call. But, going back to our olden days example, right? If I had this course and someone was like, hey, I really want to learn how to do this business. I really want your course. What can I offer you? There's not many things that people can offer me that are valuable to me. I've got, I don't have everything in the world, but I have a lot of things and I'm really happy with the things I have. There's not much more I want or much more I need. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot more things that I want out there, but there's not something directly that most people can offer me. And, sometimes people come and they message us, say, hey, instead of paying for your course, I'd like to exchange services with you. I'd like to help grow your Instagram. I'd like to help grow your YouTube channel. I'd like to help, give you some consulting on branding. I'd like to help you with whatever it is, right? That's an exchange of value. That's where you can go for the trade when there's an equal exchange of value and both parties are winning. But in most cases, there's not. So that's where money comes into play. People are like, well, I don't have anything that, I can necessarily coach you on or offer you, or, even if people do, most of the time, I just don't have the time to do it and I'm not interested. That's where money comes in. It's like, hey, well, I'll just give you X amount for your course, or what do you charge? I'll pay, that is my value exchange. They're giving me money, which is value for me, because I can use that resource to go out and do the things I want to do, change the world in the way that I want to change it, and make this world a better place and have the experiences I want to have. Money is a resource. It's an amazing thing. People who demonize money have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Money is a beautiful, beautiful resource when it's not controlling your life, when it's not your every thought, when it's, you're not looking up at money, you're equal with money. You understand that money is simply a resource to do the things you want to do and create the things you want to create and give to the people you want to give to. So that is the exchange, right? Money for value, value for value, and an energetic exchange. And that might sound weird depending on where you're at, but it is an energetic exchange of value, okay? So how do we create money? Well, now that we understand what money is and what value is and how these transactions work, all you have to do to create money is figure out a way to give value to people. And they, in exchange, will give you money. Or, sometimes you get the exchange of services, which I do sometimes. If someone has something really, really dope that I want to learn about, hell yeah, hook me up. If you can help me grow my Instagram, if you can help coach me on, whatever that might be interesting to me, happy to talk about it. Most of the time I'm not. But, it's not meant for me right now. I've got other things going on. But my point is, instead of those barters, those exchanges of services, you can exchange money with someone, right? So for you, just think, how can I add value to someone else's life? What problem is there out there that I can solve for someone? That is value, right? That's one way of doing it. How can I fulfill somebody's need? How can I help someone achieve this thing they want to help, right? If you think about people who go into the Olympics or training for the Olympics, they have coaches. All of them have coaches. And what do you think they get in return, the coaches? Money, right? They're paying to help them achieve this thing they want to achieve, which is win the gold medal, right? They are helping them get to the next level in their career. There's business mentors, there's personal trainers. Personal trainers, what's going on there when someone goes and hires a personal trainer? Someone's saying, hey, I really want to get my body right. Can you help me? I will offer you money. Or what do you charge? Tell me the value I need to give to you in the form of money in order for you to give the value to me that I want, which is helping me with my body. So I hope this is making sense so far. It's a little bit challenging to explain sometimes because there's kind of some out there concepts, but really it's straightforward. It really is. Money is just it's a tool to use to exchange value with someone. Okay, that's the easiest way I can put it, right? Exchanging. That's what's going on. Value for value. Everyone has to win. When I was told, this really helped me in business, by one of my mentors who I really, really respect, he was telling me about, his thoughts on money and business. And he said, look, Andrew, business is a win-win game. Everyone's got to be winning. Otherwise, it's not sustainable. The business isn't going to last. You're not going to be happy. Your clients aren't going to be happy. Everyone has to be winning. It has to always be a win-win situation. So, think, if you want to create money, how can I make this a win-win situation for someone and myself? Because if you're not winning, there's no point to it. Obviously, you have to win. You got to respect yourself too, right? So how do you create money? Think, how can I add value to someone's life? It's really interesting when you understand this because you're going to start to see it everywhere. Go throughout your day and notice all the different ways that people are creating money for themselves. There's money everywhere. That air conditioner up there, money was created from that. That clock, money was created from that. Someone created that clock and then they sold it. Someone's like, hey, I like that clock. I want to give you value for that value. I want to give you value for that clock, which is value. Anything and everything is value, right? To the right people, right? This couch is value to one person when it might not be value to someone else, right? It's perception. It depends on, the person. One man's trash is another man's treasure. One person could look at one piece of art and be like, I will pay $1 million for that. And another person could look at it and be like, that's a blue square. Who the hell would pay for that? right? It's just the perception. It depends, right? Value is different to each person. So go throughout your day, try this, and you're gonna see opportunities to create money literally everywhere. They are fucking everywhere. It's crazy, okay? Go throughout your day and notice how many times you buy something, or notice when someone else is buying something. When you go to a restaurant, what is going on? What's going on when you sit down in a restaurant and you get a nice dinner? They are giving you value, food, nice experience, and in exchange, you are giving them value back, money. You're giving them value in the form of money. They're giving you value in the form of an amazing experience and dinner, right? Clothes. What's happening when you're going to buy a shirt? They are giving you value, clothes, and in exchange, you are giving them money, value. What's going on when you're going to the doctor? They are giving you value, helping you with your health, and in exchange, you are giving them value in the form of money. What's going on when you're going to pick out a new villa and you're staying at a new villa? They are giving you a dope place, and in exchange, you are giving them money. Win-win situation, energetic transaction here. There's an exchange of value. So when you understand this, you're not just like, it's so funny. All these people in the online marketing world, they're just like the copy-paste gurus, I call them. Because they're all copying each other. Like, it's just crazy. They're all talking about how to, here's how to get to 10K a month by using this secret system, blah, 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 blah. It's like, come on, man. They're looking at the surface level, which is why they're not going to last. And not all of them. There's some amazing people in this industry. Amazing, who I highly respect and I learn from. I learn from all the people who, who have something of value to offer. But a lot of people in this day and age are just up here, and they're using the strategies and the techniques and the systems and those sort of things. They don't understand business at the core fundamental levels. They don't understand the principles. What I'm explaining here are the principles of how to make money. Right? I'm not giving you a specific strategy to do that. We do that in the Affiliate Accelerator. We obviously mix in principles with proven strategies. However, in this video, I'm giving you the lower, you want to call them lower, they're the foundational principles. Because when you understand these, you can successfully pick your methods, right? And a method would be opening a restaurant. A method would be starting an agency. A method would be high-ticket affiliate marketing. When you understand the foundational principles of making money, you can then pick these different vehicles to go out and do that, right? So the people who are, most of the people in this industry, unfortunately, they are just looking at the methods and the strategies, but they don't understand the core level principles. So when the methods and strategies that they're using on the surface level collapse, they are not going to stay around very long, because they don't know how to they don't know the ways to actually create money. They just know one secret system or technique that is working at this point in time, but it will always be changing, because the world is constantly evolving and growing and moving forward. So you want to really understand the foundational principles, because the man who understands principles can successfully choose his own methods. That's really what you want to focus on in business. Everyone wants the secret technique and everything. And it's, it makes for a catchy headline and everything, but if you want to go far in this game and keep it sustainable, you got to learn the underlying principles. And I hope this video helped you with that. I really wanted to share this message with you because it's something that I know past Andrew would have definitely benefited from. And I hope I did an all right job of explaining it. So that's how you create money. Find out how to offer value to someone, and look for this in your day-to-day life. Find 5 things tomorrow just in your day, or today, whenever you're watching this, night or day. Find 5 things in your day where you're seeing this exchange of value, right? Could be at a restaurant when someone's paying for their meal. Could be at the shoe store when someone's buying a new pair of sneakers. Could be at the aquarium where someone is paying to go in and see all the fish. Could be, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. There's literally countless examples, right? So I think you get the idea by now. It could be, we have a little blow-up alligator. I don't know if you can see him. He's right over there. There's a little blow-up alligator in the pool. Up, right there. No, there. That's value. The Airbnb people who own this place, they paid money for that because it's value. There's an example right there. Right? That is how money is created. It's a byproduct of exchanging value, right? It's part of the process. So look for 5 examples. I promise you that will help you internalize it and really have this as a deep belief. And when you have that, you're going to see opportunities for creating businesses everywhere. That's how a true business owner thinks. They know that money is created. It's not something that you get. It's not something that you go out and take from someone. It's the byproduct of sharing value with someone, whether that's solving someone's problem or making their life better or doing whatever, all the examples we talked about. So I'll leave the video at this. I hope this helped. Yeah. If you're interested in learning about high-ticket affiliate marketing and using that as your vehicle, again, in my opinion, in the online world, it is the best, and I've tried them all. It really is the best. You know, when you're doing things like running an agency or working one-on-one with clients and everything, man, it's crazy, because when you're first starting out and you haven't had any real success yet, you are looking at all these different ways of, you know, making money and these sort of things. And since you haven't walked the path yet, you can't yet see the challenges that arise later on in the journey. For example, an agency sounds great. Get 10 clients who pay you $1,000 a month. Sounds awesome. $2,000 a month. Sounds awesome. But what happens when you have those 10 clients and you're making that money, but all of your money is being spent on an expensive team, you know, and softwares and systems and all these things, and you're stressed out of your fucking mind because these clients are all hitting you up individually every single day, and who's not getting results and all these things, and one of their ad accounts got shut down, or whatever. All these things, like, you cannot see that when you're standing here looking, you know, down the path. So, yeah, I've done a lot of these business models. There's a lot of challenges that arise with all of them. You know, there's challenges in high-ticket affiliate marketing as well. Of course. It's still a business, but in my experience, it is the most simple, and it is the easiest to automate and really scale. That's another thing, scaling. No one tells you, like, once you get to 10K a month, 20K a month, 50K a month, that's not that much money when there's levels, right? You're not going to want to stay at 10K a month. You're not going to want to stay at 20, 50K a month. You know, you might be happy with that, but if you're someone who wants to go and do really big things and change the world and, you know, live life to the fullest and really experience an amazing amount of abundance and take care of the people that you love and really live life with no limits, you're going to want to raise the levels. So you need something that's scalable. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So if you want to learn about that, I'll put a link to a video we have explaining that model in more depth, and you can check it out if you're interested. If not, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you on the next one.